Let Swaz have a much better look. Marcus on target, baby, no! It'll be denied again, and we're at 4 minutes in OT.
We're almost down to the pitch, and this long, arduous journey that these two teams have been on is almost coming to its culmination.
It has been a galvanized group out of the side of DCC. I got the pleasure and the privilege to actually see them in their semifinal last week, Subi, and they were able to take down Bob Jones, who was that big favorite coming out of Alabama. I actually got to talk to the coach out of the side of DCC. He said, we're going to leave nothing to question as we get on the pitch.
I mean, you got to lay it all out on the line. It all boils down to this. 7 possible games separate us from a champion, and you know that these players' nerves are just shattering right now in game number 1. But things are going to start to settle down through the midway point of this game, and we'll finally see some great Rocket League.
Detroit Catholic Central, they have a huge supporting force, and they support one another in a big way. Aliotic, they'll find the first cruising bullet as we get the first on the board.
And a great carry through the corner here from Kachow, and just finds Aliotic top of the box. I love the confusion that they're creating.
So now the juniors that bring it in, Marcus is going to be the X factor as well, but they have a lot of patience on their side to really let this one stabilize. It's just game number 1. Oh, but Swaz, they get sexy with it.
And Swaz marching all the way down the field, capitalizing on the aggression from DCC, and just carries it all the way to the net. They saw what happened to Detroit Catholic Central High School for that first goal. They don't want that to happen to them, as Marcus goes up high off the crossbar. He's looking for a bump, can't quite find it, and Aliotic gonna finish off this goal to tie us up.
Look at this 1-2-3 play. Marcus found the initial dime as it was dropped from the ceiling in Kachow. I don't know if that was supposed to be a direct online, but Aliotic said, yo, I got you on the perimeter.
Aliotic just marches all the way down the field, ball sitting at the top of the box, and finally, PSA Mustangs able to get this one out of their half, but they're not quite out of the woods just yet as Swaz, big time save, and Torrential can't catch up, and Kachow takes game number 1.
They hit him every which way here, Subi. Marcus went for the dunk, then they came out and got the bump, slinging away Torrential. DCC didn't really have to rely too much on definitely being to the goal line for that defense. There was a bit of errant accuracy, but that was also just game number 1. Everything should calm down soon.
You gotta come out with those team plays. I'd like to see some infield passes, maybe some set and design plays.
Feels like they're gonna have to,
oh boy,
get in sync very quickly. Aliotic is not gonna let them settle. They find the first very fast.
Yeah, and he is just all over the pitch. Great touch here from Marcus, and Swaz, you can't carry that right in front of your net.
3:03 on the clock. It did take a while the last time round for this to become an even venture. Torrential in a 1v1. He lets it drop. Okay, gets it around. They extend their lead.
You love to see that from Torrential. You go up, and your first goal is off of a fake. Marcus has to respect the fact that he might touch that. He might come in for the bump.
Be 1 extra, but Swaz already the early threat dissuaded and diluted, and they find an immediate punchback. All right, 5-1. We're at the halfway mark. This one's just kind of going a bit nuts.
It's getting out of hand for sure. 4-goal lead, and sometimes that's just the way it goes in Rocket League. You find yourself down 1 goal, you blink, and all of a sudden you're down 4.
Preset in the back pocket of Marcus, but because everyone is pressed up on the midfield line, it is basically an open back third. Has with a put away, and this one might be able to just ice it out.
Yeah, just a little gimme on the back half here. Great pass from Torrential. Awkward one at that. Pinches it off the back wall, and has just focuses up. He's hit plenty of those.
Just at least experiment a little bit, but don't let it multiply. I said don't let it multiply because Kachow now brings it within 2.
Okay. I mean, 36 seconds, yeah, it's a long time, but it's not that long. But when you're giving up kickoff goals, that lead starts to dwindle quickly, and we're seeing that right before our very eyes. Let's see if they can clean this one up, as Aliotic just going to push this one back. 30 seconds to go. They need 2 goals. The goal's wide open, and oh my goodness, we have a ball game on our hands.
You wouldn't have thought this if you looked at what it was just about 30 seconds ago. Marcus letting all of the traffic simply narrate itself, and then they come in to put their name at the end of the paper.
Here comes Marcus. 3 seconds to go. This ball just has to hit the ground, and it does, and PSA Mustangs skate away from this one, stealing game number 2.
All for content, right?
The championship, that cup is within reach. Both these teams have won a game. They know that feeling. Both have lost a game as well. They know that feeling. They know what they're doing right. They know what they're doing wrong.
Same thing's going to come out of Kachow. When they came alive, the rest of that team did too.
But the kickoff goal goes the other way this time as Detroit Catholic, great 50 there on the ball.
Alionic looking for their own 50, but it's the follow-ups, man, on that demo. Still looking for the putback, and no one can get back on that attack.
Woo! Marcus got bailed out here because it was a great play with that demo. Thankfully, Alionic heads up, top of the box, able to quickly pull that E-brake.
We ramped it up into this game, but it's been omnipresent for the Shamrocks. Flip reset, Alionic looking to set up to the backboard. Who they got? It's Kachow. Slow floater! He put some extra English on that one, and they found a lead from it.
Sometimes you just got to pull out the changeup and hit the fadeaway. Kachow slows this one up. Swaz not able to get there and has too slow to jump up high. And all they're doing now is playing keep away. They can bolster up the defenses, put another shot on target. Why not? Marcus put it in and secure game number 3. That's what those coaches were telling their players right now going into game number 4.
Sometimes a good set of jumping jacks just gets you going right. And sometimes one good lofted shot by Kachow lands in the right spot.
Absolutely. And looks like he was doing some jumping jacks in the air there. And just the slightest touch with his wheels to just gently tap that one under the crossbar.
Yeah, those timeouts work both ways, but still, the one that calls it ends up being the one that blinks. And that means that some extra boost to the morale is on the side of the Shamrocks, looking to run it down. Oh my! Alionic, you called him the MVP. He's trying to keep that status up.
Yeah, he was a little jealous there on that first goal, not getting involved as Kachow comes in. Great 50, great aggression.
Absolute shell shock. Looking for another one. Look how close Kachow is. Close proximity. And this offense just literally cannot stop thriving.
Oh my goodness. They have just fully pushed the accelerator to the mat and haven't let up.
Man, linger a bit longer. Kachow wants to get a demo, at least thin out this defense that they've not been able to muscle their way through this time, but Kachow, they found it as they worked it from the corner.
The go-ahead goal is in for DCC. And you saw the bunch up there in the corner from Haz and Swaz, kind of leaving the third defender ready to be cooked on the goal line. Gotta have those comms on point, especially on defense, especially with the firepower that we've seen from DCC. And Kachow gonna put them up by 2 off the kickoff.
I want to see where this was missing. It does just feel like a kickoff rotation, and they were trying for so much power to give it over to Swaz, but there was just not enough on the loft, and that ends up being a thievery by DCC as they just take advantage of that one floating right in front of the box.
In comes Marcus. Great challenge on target. This one just going to fall down, but he can't put it in. Still hope for the Mustangs.
One from distance. Swaz has to beat literally everyone. Flip reset. Can they get back to it? Kaz? No, it's Haz. Everyone lurking. They're going full send, and they're able to get one. They cut this lead in half with just enough time.
33 seconds to go on the clock, and they have a pulse. They have a heartbeat. There is hope for the Mustangs. 1 goal to go to tie us up, and this kickoff ever important for PSA.
You go for possession, or do you go for default? They win it over. Swaz, can they isolate everyone? They go over the top. What a find. Kazu on the outside wall. 25 seconds remaining. That's a handoff and a strike. What a takeaway.
You can't let this ball get out of the half. The goal's wide open, and Swaz ties us up, clutching up at the last moment.
Haz with the demo. He turns immediately. You had one man to beat if you're Kaz, and Swaz with the pickup. Oh, wow. The entire identity of this game has just flipped on its head. Gotta stabilize. That's on both sides. Big demos are happening across the entire pitch. It's a Michael Bay movie, and it could end with one.
This one awkward. Top of the box. Can they do it? No. The Mustangs hold on.
Oh, barely. By their fingertips. Fingernails are being ripped off with how hard the grip is right now.
At the top of the box, and Swaz has an opportunity.
We're looking for the hook shot. Oh, they just diamond pass both. and Kaz doesn't want to misplay it. They, at the very last second, let Swaz have a much better look. Marcus on target, baby, no! It'll be denied again, and we're at 4 minutes in OT.
Swaz with the fly swatter on the goal line. Varsity squad from DCC has been so close, yet so far away. But can Marcus do it? He does, and punches DCC, the champions of the PlayVS Cup.
Wow, Aliotic waiting it out, turning in, and Kazu left a Carling too far. Marcus ends up being the one who finds the dish, and that is going to be Detroit Catholic Central will be your PlayVS national champions.